welcome. In this segment, we will discuss lifestyle changes to help you lose and maintain healthy weight without necessarily dieting. If your goal is to lose weight and keep it off, you might be tempted to adopt yet another fad diet. But research shows that the easiest and most effective way for sustainable weight loss are small lifestyle changes. After all, it is the little things we do every day that have the biggest impact on our health and wellness. In health and wellness, we often use the wellness wheel to measure someone's well-being. It consists of 7 main components that make up who we are and how ill or well we are. These components are spiritual, emotional, intellectual, physical, social, environmental, and financial. A good way to think of the wheel is to think of it as a car tire. A flat tire makes it difficult to steer straight, makes the ride bumpy and shaky, can cause a wreck or prevent you from reaching your destination. In other video segments, we will discuss all other areas of the wheel. In this segment, we will target physical wellness, which consists of eating well, balanced physical activity, managing stress and anxiety, getting enough rest and sleep, preventive care, which includes going to your routine appointments, and the holistic approach. In this video segment, we will focus on nutrition and eating well to feel and look good. We will discuss the following: eating at the same time every day and why it is important, making a list before shopping and what should be on that list, shopping from the outside perimeter of the store, eating from a smaller plate and why it matters, drinking water before a meal, negative preloading starters such as soups and salads, food preparation and planning, and the lunch bag. It is important to eat at the same time every day. Our bodies like routine and structure. There are studies that show that adults who consume meals at the same time every day were less obese and had better cholesterol and insulin levels. Essentially, when you eat is just as important as what you eat. Now let's talk about the shopping list. This is something many people overlook. Have you ever gone to the store with a specific item in mind to buy but ended up purchasing more stuff than you actually intended to? Impulse buying hurts your wallet and jeopardizes your diet plan. One of the key benefits of drawing up a shopping list is to avoid overspending and prevent impulse buying by directing your focus on the items you really need. You can do your shopping list on a piece of paper or use one of the many free applications on your phone. Here are some of the reasons you should make your shopping list. Number 1, it saves you money. Having a list to buy lets you prioritize your spending on what you really need at the moment. Number 2, it saves you time and energy. When you have a list of items to buy, you simply need to locate them on their designated shelves instead of wandering aimlessly around the store aisles. Number 3, it reduces waste. By making a grocery list, you can avoid wasting food because you will have a realistic idea of what and how many food items to buy. Number 4, it helps you lose weight. A grocery list helps you achieve your weight loss goal and fitness goals by giving you the time to identify healthy food products and ingredients to buy. Number 5, it helps with meal planning. While making a grocery list, you can identify essential food items and ingredients, research interesting meals, and come up with new recipe ideas. Number 6, it helps you focus. By identifying all the items you need on the list, you can shop with focus and intent. Number 7, it improves your memory. The mere process of making a list makes your shopping experience more memorable. It helps you remember the items to shop for even if you lose the list. Number 8, it makes you feel good. Making a shopping list can give you a sense of accomplishment from being able to control your urges to buying items you don't need and being able to stick to your plan. This triggers the release of dopamine, which makes you feel good. Like any other trip, a shopping trip takes preparation and planning. If you want your trip to be less stressful and more successful, you need to prepare. One of the most important rules to follow here is to never go hungry when shopping. Going hungry will lead to impulse buying and stocking up on junk food and snack foods that you don't really need. Research shows that people tend to overspend and purchase high-caloric items when they shop on an empty stomach. Rule number 2. If you do get the munchies while shopping, make sure you always have a healthy snack handy. Always write down the shopping list, whether it's on a piece of paper or in an app on your phone. It is helpful to use meal plans and purchase the same ingredients that you can include in different recipes to help you save money and kitchen space. Now that we know the importance of a shopping list, let's look at some of the things that should be on a healthy shopping list. Make sure you fill your cart with the good stuff first. First, fruits. Wide variety of fruits. They all have different vitamins and most of them are very rich in antioxidants. Pick fruits that are in season to help you save money. Next, vegetables. Leafy greens, starchy and non-starchy vegetables. Eat the rainbow and always start with leafy greens. They're the most nutritious of vegetables. Whole grains. Pasta, oats, quinoa, rice, breads that are rich in fiber and more. Legumes. These are things like beans, lentils, chickpeas. They're a good source of protein and fiber, and you can find many recipes on how to prepare them if you're not familiar with them. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds can be a great part of a healthy diet, but they must be used in moderation. Fats and oils. Shop for healthier types of fats like avocados and nut butters. Try to use oils and fats in minimal amounts because they're very calorically dense and can negatively affect your weight loss journey if consumed in excess. Stock up on spices. A wide variety of spices provides loads of flavor to your dishes. Condiments. Choose low-sodium condiments and use them sparingly. Beverages. Water is always the best choice, but you could also include teas, coffee, and unsweetened plant beverages like almond, cashew, and soy milks. Load up on fruit. We always advise to go for fresh first, and as a second option, you could also stock up on frozen fruit. Try to stay away from canned fruit. It is processed and usually contains added sugars and much more calories. Select varieties of berries. Berries are very nutritiously dense and quite low in calories. Citrus. Grapefruits, oranges, lemons, mandarins, and more. Tropical fruit. If available, it is not only delicious but quite nutritious too. Mango, pineapple, papaya, and more. Eat the rainbow. Try melons, apples, peaches, pears, grapes, and more. Now that you have all the fruit, what are you going to do with it? You can eat it fresh, make a fruit salad, put it in a smoothie, or even make some frozen treats like ice cream. Vegetables. Vegetables are a staple for a healthy diet. Some are more nutritious raw, others have more health benefits when cooked. The advice here is to eat as many vegetables as possible. They are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, and they're very calorically dilute, which means you can eat a lot of them for a small amount of calories. Start with leafy greens. These are things like spinach, kale, collards, arugula, lettuce, radicchio, and more. Cruciferous vegetables. These include broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, red, green, or Savoy cabbage, and others. Other non-starchy vegetables are carrots, cucumbers, onions, asparagus, zucchini, eggplants, and more. Starchy vegetables, these are things like potatoes, squash, peas, corn, pumpkin, and yams. Your first choice should always be fresh. Second choice is frozen. And lastly, if the only two options are gone, then look for canned, but make sure you select low or reduced sodium versions. Whole grains. Whole grains should be always on your list. They're a very important part of a healthy diet. They're a good source of fiber and provide complex carbohydrates that our body uses as energy. What are whole grains? Some examples include barley, buckwheat, bulgur, corn, millet, oats, rolled oats, instant oats, or oat groats, quinoa, wild rice. When picking pasta or rice, always select whole grain or wheat pasta and brown, black, or wild rice. Also, when picking your bread, look for labels such as whole grain, whole wheat, or high in fiber. Look for less processed breads. Legumes. As we mentioned before, legumes are an important part of the diet. They're rich in protein and fiber. Some types of legumes are considered superfoods due to their nutritional value and medicinal benefits. You can use them in soups, stews, or even throw them in salads. There are many recipes you can find if you're new to cooking with legumes. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are healthy fats. We need fat as part of our diet, and eating nuts helps ensure that our fat intake comes from healthy unsaturated fat sources rather than harmful saturated fats found in animal products. Walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios are among the most nutritiously dense nuts. As to the seeds, good options are chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Nuts and seeds are known for their disease-preventive properties. Moderation is key. A serving size of nuts and seeds is generally a quarter cup or the amount that can fit in the palm of your hand. Nuts and seeds are fats and therefore are very calorically dense. So if you are on a weight loss journey, you might want to limit yourself to 4 to 5 times per week. Oils and fats. Try to stay away from fats overall if you're trying to lose weight. A good source of healthy fats are nuts, seeds, and avocados. Olive oil is also considered a preferable choice, but try to limit the amount you intake because oils and fats are highly caloric. For instance, just 1 tablespoon of oil or a type of fat contains 120 calories. Coconut oil is generally recommended for skin and hair benefits, but consuming it will add saturated fat. Therefore, be mindful if using coconut oil. To minimize the use of oils during the cooking process, you can water saute, steam, boil, or bake your food. Spices. Always stock up on spices. They do much more than merely add flavor to your dishes. Some spices like turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and others have many medicinal properties as well and are considered superfoods. Make sure you get them in their powdered forms and not as a salt or a rub mixture. Just a pinch of spice or herb can add loads of flavor, so don't overlook them. Condiments. Choose low sodium and reduced fat condiments like lemon juice, vinegar, vinaigrette, low sodium dressings, hot sauces, pepper sauces, mustard, miso paste, tomato puree, tamari, tahini, hummus, cashew sauce, and sugar-free dressings. You can always prepare them at home also. You can find recipes online. A homemade sauce is almost always a better option since it generally does not have the same amount of sodium, preservatives, and chemicals. Beverages. When it comes to beverages, water is always the best choice, but you can also explore with other options like teas, coffee, and plant-based versions of milk such as almond, cashew, and soy milks. Now that you have your list and you're ready to go to the store, make sure that you study the store map. Here are some quick tips on how to navigate once you get there. Shop the outside perimeter of the store first. Here you will find produce, fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh breads, frozen fruits and vegetables. Most of these products are fresh and less processed. If you fill your cart with the good stuff first, you will be less tempted to buy junk food. Go on the inner aisles of the store only for specific products such as pasta, rice, beans. Shop with purpose and try avoiding mindlessly strolling down all the aisles of the store. Now that you have purchased your food and made your meal, let's look at what's on your plate and the size of your plate. The most important thing is what you put on your plate, but studies suggest that eating from a smaller plate helps reduce calorie intake. If you use a smaller plate, the same amount of food looks bigger, so you're basically tricking your brain into feeling fuller with less total food. These tips will help keep you on track with your weight loss goal. Another weight loss trick is drinking plenty of water. Numerous studies have shown that drinking water before meals can result in consuming less calories at those meals, which can ultimately lead to weight loss. Water also improves your skin, suppresses your appetite, energizes you, helps your blood pressure. 2 glasses of water after waking up helps activate internal organs. 1 glass of water 30 minutes before a meal helps digestion. 1 glass of water before taking a bath or a shower helps lower blood pressure. 1 glass of water before going to bed avoids stroke or heart attack. Another weight loss trick is starting with a salad, soup, or fruit. Let's talk about negative preloading. Think of negative preloading as eating a very specific appetizer about 15 minutes before your meal. It is the type of food that contains less than 100 calories per cup. Here are some examples. Start with a simple vegetable soup. The liquid in the soup will help fill you up and prevent you from overeating. Choose a simple green salad with a fat-free dressing. The salad will suppress your appetite and it is also rich in fiber. Begin your meal with a small piece of fruit. It is rich in fiber and antioxidants and will help prevent the craving for refined carbohydrates. Weight loss won't happen overnight, and it is a journey that needs to be well planned. Preparation is key. Here are some preparation tips. Always have your meal plans and grocery lists ready. Prepare a container of freshly cut vegetables and a dip, like hummus, avocado, or nut spreads for quick munching. Always have fresh fruit handy. Have freshly chopped ingredients for soups, salads, or other entrees to speed up the cooking process. Now let's talk about the lunch bag. Many people who work outside of the home have the ritual of consistently ordering their lunches or picking up something from a restaurant or a convenience store. Those type of foods are generally highly caloric and processed. Failing to prepare your lunch can jeopardize your weight loss plan and can tempt you to go straight for the junk food, so be prepared to start packing your healthy lunches. Here are some of the benefits of brown bagging it. Reduce the craving for unhealthy foods. Save money instead of buying fast food. Support your weight loss goal. You eat more fruits and vegetables. You reduce fat, sugar, and sodium intake. Implementing these small changes can make a big impact without going on a diet or following a specific exercise or meal plan. Changes can be stressful and difficult to do, so start small and go steady. Remember to always reach out to your health coach if you need advice or guidance. Mahalo and aloha.